Can you imagine a creature that is so rare and striking that any hunter, even rumored to have died fighting it, is expectedly tragic, but earns the envy of hunters as they believe it was worth that to have even laid their eyes upon such a creature? Well, that creature is none other than the Palace Mantis, the Atelka. It took me a few attempts writing this script to fully articulate just how happy I am that this monster exists. First off, its core design inspiration comes from the stunning Devil Flower Mantis, which is just stunning. This alone was enough for me because the other Neoterrans cover a great range of arachnids, beetles, and wasps, but mantids are my favorite among this entire class. When fighting, she makes full use of those sharp sickles, which is to be expected, but I promise you that unless you have already fought this creature, you have no chance of predicting what else she can do. Atelka are only ever seen in isolated fortresses, because she only attacks them for what are seemingly random materials that she hoards from them. And the other reason why they're so rare is because they never leave witnesses. Using their fine gold and silk, Atelka can lift and weaponize these materials, like giant steel girders, giant gears, and freaking dragonators. This is done through the intricate web of silk she's made throughout her entire arena, which allows her to rip and control these weapons right out of the ground. But being strong enough like this just isn't enough. No, she is also frighteningly intelligent. Intelligent enough to learn from threats and weaponize them. She gathers man-made materials because she knows that to make a nest, they're not only stronger, they last longer. And the one we encounter must have been frightened at one point by some kind of dragon, because when pushed, she creates what's been called the Empress's throne, which is a gigantic mech made of parts of a fortress, which she controls and manipulates through the network of silk like a freaking nervous system. And when I say gigantic, it's bigger than Lao Shan Lung. To fight this behemoth, you need to attack key weak points, because otherwise you're not doing anything to it. Points like the silk cocoon she's encased in, or you have to attack enough of the silk threads holding it together until she's forced to abandon it and fight you herself to end it all. Yes, that giant mech is only phase 2, and she can do it multiple times. But with enough damage, even a creature like this will meet its end. Claiming victory over this golden queen will net you some gorgeous armor, but the weapons are the real showstoppers here, each one having a different form when unsheathed. Honestly, it's hard for me to pick a favorite amongst them, but the gold blades, glaive, greatsword stand tall for me. This monster is just like Valstrax, in that it can only be described as incredible. It looks gorgeous, the fight is unbelievable, and as a final boss, it's just true royalty.